My friends, the human soul is made for God. It was created to orbit the eternal, the infinite, the source of all goodness and truth. But when we stray, when we bow before false gods, we unleash something terrible within ourselves, a false light, a demon we mistakenly call righteous. Let us first consider the gods of old, the gods of power, the gods of pleasure, and the gods of desperation. These were not merely carved idols, they were embodiments of humanity's desires and fears. Baal, who promised control over the rains, Asherah, who lured with fertility and sensuality, and Moloch, who demanded the sacrifice of the innocent. These gods are not dead, they have merely changed their names. They live in the boardrooms of corporations, in the flashing lights of media, and yes, even in our own hearts when we let ambition, lust, or greed rule us. Even our modern stories, the comic books, tell this same tale. The superhero stands as a reflection of humanity's longing, power, invulnerability, and dominion. Yet in their shadows lie the villains, those who have taken their desire too far, becoming consumed by their pursuit of an ultimate ideal. Thanos, who sacrifices the innocent for balance. Catwoman, who wraps manipulation in charm. Superman himself, so easily twisted when his righteousness turns to self-righteousness. They are echoes of the old gods, wearing new costumes. But let me bring you deeper into the heart of the matter, into the reality of the Four Horsemen. These riders are not mere symbols of the end of days. They ride into our souls whenever we violate the first commandment. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. It begins with the white horse, the false light. This is the demon we birth when we take something, an idea, a desire, a cause, and place it beside God, or worse, above him. It could be your career, your ambition, your own ego. It could even be a noble pursuit that you have twisted into an idol. This white demon is born pure, or so it seems. It appears righteous, unblemished, but its righteousness is self-made, not God-given. Then comes the red horse, the defender of the white. When this false ideal is challenged, by a friend, by conscience, or by God himself, it lashes out. You defend it with fury, with argument, with violence of spirit. You become blind to reason, for the Red Rider shields your demon with fire and sword. Next, the black horse appears, weighing and measuring. This is the stage where you bargain with yourself and with others. I will spare the oil and the wine, you say, preserving what appears sacred, but you trade the barley, your integrity, your honesty, for the sake of your idol. It is here that hypocrisy takes root, as you justify the unjustifiable to maintain your false creation. Finally, there is the pale horse, and its name is death. This is the moment of reckoning, when the light of truth shines upon your white demon, revealing its emptiness. The horror, the despair, the existential dread of realizing what you have built. It can be unbearable. This demon, this idol, was never truly you, but its destruction feels like the death of your very self. And here, my friends, is where you must choose. Will you cling to the ruin, letting the pale rider drag you into despair? Or will you face the pain, admit your idolatry, and bring the demon into the light of God's mercy? For it is only in rejecting this violation of the first commandment, in destroying the false god you have nurtured, that you can be reborn. Christ came to show us the way, the truth, and the life. But his way is the cross. It is the painful death of all falsehoods, the surrender of all idols. Yet on the other side of the cross is resurrection. What you lose in pride, you gain in freedom. What you sacrifice in sin, you gain in grace. And what you destroy in the white demon, you gain in the pure light of God's truth. So I urge you, examine your heart. What white demon have you allowed to take root? What false god have you enthroned beside the living God? Bring it to the light, destroy it, and in doing so, return to the God who alone is worthy of your worship. For the soul that serves God alone is not ridden by the Four Horsemen. It is not destroyed by its own creations. Instead, it becomes what it was always meant to be: a dwelling place of peace, a temple of truth, and a beacon of love. Amen.